All right, welcome, everyone. I know it's a little bit different look tonight, but let me introduce myself. My name is Quentin, aka Mr. CPMD, aka Mr. Crypto Pays Me Daily, and I am super excited to be here tonight to talk to you about the absolute hottest opportunity, crypto opportunity in the land right now. You won't find anything better. You first off, you want to thank the person that invited you first off, because they invited you to something that is absolutely helping people every single day in multiple ways. And we're changing that traditional stereotype that when you get invited to one of these calls, right? Let me start by saying this first off. We are not going to sell you any potions, lotions, vitamins, any auto ships, or any of those other things. This is not that. So you can let your guard down a little bit. You can relax because we aren't going to do that, right? We've been on those calls before where they want you to buy some products and they want you to get on these monthly auto ships and memberships, and you have to pay all of this money. Absolutely not what's going to happen here. What we're going to share with you tonight is something that is helping people physically in a healthy way, but it's also helping that thing that we really need, and that's our pockets, right? We already know that, we all could use a little bit of extra funds, right, to be able to take care of those necessities, those bills, those extra trips, those extra things that we want to be able to have, right? And that's what we have here. So the first thing I want to do just real quickly, because I see a lot of familiar faces here, is I want you to drop a 7 in the chat if you are part of the Get Fit community and you earned some money today. Look, I didn't even finish saying what I was saying, and the sevens are coming in the chat. Now, this is for my guests. Now, I don't want you to think that I was able to convince and coerce and I paid everyone to go in there and drop those sevens. These are real people. I don't know every last one of you, but these are real people that made money today. And what we're going to talk about can start making you some money starting today. All right. Not something that's going to take some time and all of this. No, we're going to talk about something that can make you some money today. We had a really great call with our founder and some of her dev team this morning. Incredible announcements. I'm not going to share all of them, but we've got some big things in store for the Get Fit MoveQuest community. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about this opportunity, how it's been helping me, how it's helping a lot of other people. We might even get a few testimonials here at the end from some people to just kind of tell you what their experience has been like here, right? Now, I want to ask one other question. Now, you may be new to crypto, and let me tell you, if you are, and this is the first thing that you've been a part of in crypto, you made it to the Holy Grail on your very first opportunity. Congratulations to you, and thank the person that invited you. Me, I've been very active in the crypto space now for about the last 4.5 years. And when I tell you I've been in over 100 different opportunities, crypto trading, all of these other things that you could possibly think of. I've been in over 100. I've made a lot of money. I've also lost a lot of money. But one of the things that I will say is that they were lessons that taught me what to look for in an opportunity. And this is the very first time that I've been a part of a crypto opportunity where it actually made sense and it's actually working for people. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you what's taken place since July the 21st. All right. Let me go ahead and share screen and let me pull something up for you real quick. And I'm going to try to be as quick as possible tonight. I'm not going to take all day. I know some of you want to get your steps in and your workouts in and all these other things. So we're not going to take a long time. Let me find the screen if I can. Here we go. So I am on a site called Dex Screener. All right, Dex Screener. This is where you can track our MoveQuest token. All right. So three years ago, 3.5 years ago, there was an opportunity that started called GetFit mining. All right. We are in the process of rebranding to what is going to be called MoveQuest. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you saw what was coming, I'm telling you, you would be completely blown away. But we're moving to MoveQuest just to be a little bit more universal, because what we're going to talk about today, we don't want you to feel like you have to work out, right? Working out, For some people, it's fun, but for most, it's not. It's challenging. It's hard. Sometimes you don't get the results that you want. And so we don't want people to feel like they have to work out to be a part of MoveQuest or GetFit Mining. So that's why we've changed the name to MoveQuest, because what we're going to talk about today just involves you moving and being physically active. Now, what you're seeing right here is the chart of our token. We can see right now that our token price is at $60.37. Now, for those who have been in opportunities before in crypto, we already know what typically happens, right? We are just over 60 days in this opportunity. And typically, what we see from these projects is they start right here at this first green line, they go up, and then they come right back down. And what happens is all the people who got in early, they sell their token, and all the people that get in late, they get stuck with tokens that are not worth anything. And they're sitting there waiting for new people to come in to bring more money so the next group of people can cash out their tokens, right? Why does that happen? Because these tokens don't have any real utility. They are just about pumping the price, dumping the price, and then people sit there looking out with their hands like, what happened? And that's typically what we see from a lot of these projects, right? That's typically what happens. And give me just 1 second. Let me do one thing real quick. All right, there we go. But what we saw take place, right, is we saw the price go up. It came down a little bit, right? Some people, we've been scared of these opportunities before because they go up, they go down, and we get stuck. Some people, wanted to make sure that they were making money. But then we saw something really interesting happen. We went from this $4 price range and we shot all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And we went to about $110. We're talking about from $1 to $110. And that took about 6 weeks to do. Then we started to see some sell off, right? Why? Because people that have been in opportunities before, they have past experiences, and things have typically started to come down. And we saw that happen here. We went up so fast. Now we started coming back down, and now we're settling in this $60 range. But there are some things behind the scenes that are happening that you guys don't know about that make this opportunity a little bit different. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why didn't this go all the way back down to $4? Here's my personal opinion. I don't believe it ever will. I don't think we'll get close to it. But if you were in a project and you were in for 60 days and your token did a 60x, you would say that is a pretty great launch. And that's what we've seen here. You saw all the people in the chat here that have been able to make money today and every single day that they've been a part of the opportunity. We know that most opportunities, 3% of the people make 90% of the money. And the 97% of the people never earn a dime. We're changing that here in GetFit Mining, MoveQuest. And we're going to show you how we are doing that. All right, so let me jump over here. Let me move this out of the way. Ooh, I got these controls in the way. And let me open this up. Let me make this a full screen. And we're going to talk about GetFit Mining. Oops. There we go. All right, GetFit Mining. All right. Again, GetFit Mining is the name that it's been for the past 3.5 years. But we're going to be moving to MoveQuest. All right. We got the MoveQuest token, and we will have a whole complete rebrand and a launch event taking place sometime in November in Las Vegas. Super, super excited about that. All right. So here's the introduction, right? GetFit Mining has evolved over the past 3 years plus into a groundbreaking move to earn blockchain ecosystem. Inspired by the original Bitcoin white paper, the evolution of GetFit, named MoveQuest, launched on the Avalanche blockchain, is designed to be fully decentralized platform with a self-sustaining ecosystem driven by its peer-to-peer community. All right, so we all are familiar with Bitcoin. I'm sure even if you never owned any or have ever purchased any, right? You're familiar with at least hearing about it, right? That was the original crypto that came out that really laid the groundwork for what we see today in the crypto space. Now, we also know that Bitcoin absolutely has done something right because it went from zero to all the way up to over $70,000 per token, right? MoveQuest has decided to follow that same white paper and the same structure of Bitcoin. All right. And so what we hope in the future and what will happen is that we're gonna follow the same tokenomics, and we're going to create the same thing all over, but we've got something here that's just a little bit different and better. All right. Now, significant milestones for what's happened, and this is just, I've kind of touched on a few of these, but we launched on July the 21st at $1. We've touched all the way up to $125 over our first 2 months since launch. We have been number one on the AVAX blockchain for about a month. We were the number one trending token and the number one gainer on coin market cap. That is huge. We're talking about thousands and thousands of tokens on the Avalanche blockchain, and we were number one for about a 30-day period. All right. Number three, we're making a global health impact, right? Who cares about having wealth if you have no health to go with it? Here's the truth. Being healthy isn't always fun, right? Eating things that aren't so good, going and working out hours every single day, it's not fun, right? We know we need to do it, but typically it's just not fun to do it. And sometimes when you don't feel like it, guess what you don't do? You just don't do it. But what if we could incentivize you, right, from a financial standpoint to go out there and be active, right? Would that help you get up off the couch and go take some extra steps or an extra walk or, a bike ride, right? Number four, MQT reached $100 on September 6th, right? We even saw that chart, that wick that went all the way up to $125. Now we have 5,000 accounts plus that are mining and earning our token every single day. And a lot of those individuals are on here right now. Now, here's the most important thing, and this is the biggest thing for me because this is where we really make the impact. Number six, we have paid out over $4 million to our community. This is not in dispute. This is not something that is not factual. This is a fact. We've had over $4 million paid out to the community. Drop some sevens in the chat if you made some of that $4 million. Because I guarantee you we have a lot of individuals on here that can attest to some of that $4 million that they have been able to earn. All right. So absolutely incredible. Over $4 million. This won't stop. Name something that you've been a part of before that within their first 60 days has been able to pay out over $4 million. You just don't see that happening. It is happening here, and we're going to put some zeros behind that as we move forward. Oops. Now, before I do that, I want to jump to just give you a sneak peek of what's coming in the rebrand for MoveQuest. All right, MoveQuest is coming. We've seen it. It's beautiful. The app, oh my goodness. There was something that was dropped to us that is going to make this process a lot easier for everyone. But here's just a little sneak peek, a 30-second clip of the branding and the look of what MoveQuest will look like. So you got to see a little bit of the logo right there at the end. You got to see some of the color scheme that we're going to have for MoveQuest. I'm telling you guys, when you see it, you will be absolutely blown away. We have some incredible tech right now, but it is just going to go to the next level. So MoveQuest, yes, it is a lifestyle, guys. All right. Now, why does MoveQuest stand out? Number one, it's community driven, right? The most important thing in crypto is a community, right? We have a very, very strong community. We have individuals like Mr. Ken Francis, Mr. Herschel Crow, Mr. Brandon Ivy, right? Marnita Casa. We have all of these individuals that are out there every day working for our community and building our community. We have individuals like Mr. Brian Rhodes. He has one of the fastest growing organizations in this opportunity, but it is all based on community here. No one gets left behind. Number two, and one of the most important things, this is decentralized. Now, what does that mean? Number one, we get paid by what is called a smart contract. Now, decentralized basically means we take the human element out. See, a lot of these different opportunities that we've been a part of that we lost money in, they were not decentralized. I want you to drop a 6 in the chat if you were a part of something, whether it were crypto, whether it were any type of a trading, any type of platform. Drop a 6 if you lost something in that opportunity financially before. If you lost money before, drop a 6 in the chat. Now, I know I'm going to get a bunch of 6s. I could probably make a list and just hold the 6 down for a very long time because it's happened to me before. A lot of the reasons why it happened was because there was someone on the other end that had control or had to push a button to release your money back to you. See, anytime you relinquish your asset and you give it to someone, now we have to trust a human to give it back to us. But what if we could take that human element out and we could create a program that sits on the blockchain, records every transaction that happens, and now we don't have to worry about that person or trusting that person. That program automatically does it for you. I want you to drop a 7 in the chat right now if you were able to hit the claim button today and you were able to get your tokens paid directly to your wallet instantly. Not a 24-hour withdrawal period, not 48 hours, or you got to wait until the weekend. You were able to hit that button today, and those tokens went directly into your wallet. That's what we're talking about here. This is a decentralized platform where the human element of trust is taken out. All right. Now, we have a self-sustaining ecosystem. So hold on just a second, guys, because we get people that come on these Zooms and they want to mess stuff up. So give me just 1 second. You always know when you got something going good because we get people who want to mess it up. So give me just a second here real quick. All right. All right. Just had to get that person off because they're trying to mess with our Zoom. All right. There we go. So let's go back. So we have the self-sustaining ecosystem, and this is one of the things that is just absolutely amazing, right? See, one of the things in crypto that happens is there's not a real use case or a real utility for whatever token that they have. And so what happens is that when there's no use for it, no one needs it, guess what? Everyone sells it, and then no one buys it. Here, we have things put in place to help sustain our ecosystem. This is why you've seen our token go up and not come all the way back down. Yes, it's come down some, right? Because people sell, right? The object of this is for people to earn income from it, right? And so people are selling, right? But there are also people that are buying. But our self-sustaining ecosystem has things like our submissions, which go back to feed the ecosystem, right? They feed the liquidity of our ecosystem. When you claim, some of those fees go back to feed the ecosystem. When you're purchasing or upgrading or evolving your miners, those funds go to feed our self-sustaining ecosystem. This is something that I've never seen before in projects. And then we have what we call a liquidity provision. Absolutely amazing. If you have seen the liquidity provision take place, if you've seen it work in our chart, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. This is amazing. What does the liquidity provision do? We've seen some price, when the price started to go down, some sell-offs, right? That price would come down. Well, we have an algorithm that sees when the market is selling. And when that selling starts to slow down, that liquidity provision comes in and it buys the MQT token directly from the market. And it puts it in a vault, removing it from circulation, right? It just takes it out, puts it in that vault, and those tokens will remain in that vault until 2060. So this increases the price of our token, and it increases the demand because the supply shrinks when this takes place. All right. Pretty awesome to see it happen. I know we've seen it. We've seen our price go from $75 all the way to $125 with the liquidity provision taking effect. So absolutely amazing. This is what separates us from other projects. Our creator, Miss Lynette Artin, is just a blockchain and crypto genius to be able to put this together and actually have it work. And so those price spikes, when you see those dips and you see that spike come back up, that is that liquidity provision helping to stabilize the price. All right. Now, your privacy always matters. Why? MoveQuest prioritizes user privacy by ensuring that personal information is not shared with third parties or stored on servers. All transactions occur directly on the blockchain, guaranteeing transparency and privacy protection. MoveQuest never gets access to any of our personal data, right? Never do they get it. Miss Lynette will tell you the servers cost $25 a month for MoveQuest and GetFit mining because it only holds the images from our website. None of our data is ever given to GetFit or MoveQuest, and it stays with you. All right. So just know that your privacy does matter and it is protected 100%. Now, how it works. Let's jump into it. Components of the system. Number one, we have an app, right? Via the Play Store, right? Google Play, and also iOS. It is pretty cool. I know everybody that is a part that uses it. We have to use it every single day to submit our data to the blockchain to get our reward, right? But it is a pretty user-friendly app. There's not a whole lot in it. Works great, but just wait until you see what's coming. It's going to get so much better. I can't wait until we launch it, but the app makes this thing so user-friendly, right? Because our phones are attached to us all day long, right? I wake up every single morning, I press a button, I submit my data, and then I go on about my day. That simple, all right? The miners, right? Because we're mining, right? We're submitting our data to receive that token reward every single day. And so what do we purchase? We purchase the miners that give us the capability to mine the token, all right? We have miners that start anywhere from $50. They go all the way up to, well, you can upgrade them to what they would cost about $600 or so a piece for those individual miners. But they give you the ability and the power to be able to earn the MQT token. I know I have a bunch of them, and I know there's a lot of individuals here that have a bunch of miners. Why? Because we want to be able to earn the token. I remember projects like Gala, right? When the Gala nodes came out, $500 for a node. And because that token, there was so much, community behind it, it rose the price of the token. And I remember those miners were selling for like $130,000 per miner because the token was so valuable that it could create. And right now we have the ability to buy miners for as low as $50. It's almost a joke how cheap we can get these miners to be able to earn this token. Guess what? They won't stay $50 forever. I know this for a fact, and I'm sure many of you know that as well. Then we have the mining docks. Guess what happened this weekend? Can somebody put in the chat what happened with our mining docks this weekend? Who's the first person? Let's see. We got an 8th slot open. All right. The 8th slot open. Now we can dock 8 miners to give us a little bit more capability and a little more power, right? We had 6 in the beginning. I'm sorry, 7 in the beginning. And because our community grew to a certain size and we had enough people mining the tokens, we were able to open that 8th docking slot. Yesterday, matter of fact, I submitted the most shares that I've ever submitted with that 8th dock. And yes, it did allow me to be able to earn a little bit more of the MQT token. All right. So we have up to 8 slots that you can take advantage of to place those miners in to give you more mining power to earn those tokens. All right. Now, the app. You can see a screenshot right here in the bottom left of what our app is going to look like a little bit. You don't get to see a whole lot, but you can see the color scheme, the aesthetics of it. It is smooth. It looks very, very high tech, and it just looks incredible. It pops off the screen. The colors are just beautiful, and this thing is going to be amazing. I can't wait. So the app, GetFit Mining, is available for download on Android and iOS devices. It syncs with Google Fit and Apple Health to track user activities such as steps, right? The number of steps that you take throughout a day, the distance that you move throughout the day, the calories that you burn, the workouts that you clock, and then even your sleep. Now, I can understand steps, distance, and calories and workouts, but to get paid to sleep, that is next level. I make sure every single night, and this is crazy, I found myself making sure I slept to my time because I knew I didn't want to go and mess with my phone to shorten my earnings, right? I wanted to make sure. So I found myself getting more sleep every single night because I wanted to make sure I maxed out the earning potential on my sleep. So those are the 5 categories that we track: steps, distance, calories, workouts, and sleep. Users earn rewards based on their daily physical activity. So how much of that activity are you doing to be able to get that reward, right? The more activity, the more reward, right? Until an extent, right? Because we don't want you going out there hurting yourself or extending yourself too much, right? Build yourself up. Don't go out and try to be, Thor or, somebody crazy trying to run all over the planet, right? Work your way up, right? We got time to. I had to slow down a little bit. I found myself actually this weekend sore. And so I had to kind of slow down Saturday. I was like, hold on, right? But it's going to be there for you, right? Now, the miners. Earnings are based on the daily activity and the mining capacity users obtain, gamifying the experience to encourage activity. Users need at least one digital miner to start earning, which can be upgraded for increased capacity. Each account can maintain up to 7, well, now 8 active miners, all right? Because we just got the new slot. So when you look at our miners, they start at the Lenny, which gives you 50%. Then you can evolve that and upgrade it up to a primary, which is 100%. Then you can go from primary to ultra, which will give you 125%. Then you can go to the alpha, which will give you 175%. And our top miner, which is the omega, which will give you 300%. Now, I have a very strong feeling that all of those names will change in the rebrand. But for now, these are the names. So does anyone know, first person in the chat that can tell me, now that we have an 8th slot, what is the maximum percentage that you can mine with in MoveQuest GetFit Mining? What is that maximum percentage? Miss Boss Lady, she said 2,400, and she is absolutely correct. And I know she knows because I know she's over there working and maxing out every single day. So 2,400% is the max that we can get right now. Guess what? As this community grows, we might see a 9th, a 10th, 11th, and even a 12th spot in the future. All right. Now, the mining docks. After acquiring miners, the mining dock slots must be unlocked to utilize their power. Each miner must be placed in one of the 8 available dock slots to maximize mining power per account, which is crucial for increasing daily shares and determining daily token rewards. All right. So, you have to fill these slots, right? And you want to fill as many of them as you can, right? You want to get the highest power into those docking slots, right? You place that Omega miner in that docking slot. Now it's active to give you up to that 300%, right? But the amount of activity that you put in behind it is going to determine what that 300% puts out. So we have individuals that may have like lower models, like a Lenny or a primary. Maybe they only have 125%. But because they maximize that activity, they outperform an alpha or an omega that's not doing a lot of activity. All right. So you got to keep that in mind whenever you are working out, right? Or getting your physical activity. So the first slot, they give it to you free. This makes the opportunity available to any and everyone. If a person can purchase a $50 Lenny miner, have a little bit of money for fees, I would say with about 60, 65 bucks, you can get yourself started and you can just test GetFit Mining MoveQuest, right? Maybe you say, I don't believe it. I want to see it work first. Well, you have a very low entry to be able to do that. And then you can make the decision whether or not you want to add more miners and evolve those miners to the stronger levels. But about $60 to $65, you can test the waters. If you want to open that second slot, it costs $10 of that MQT token. This is why we have demand and use case for our token. You have to unlock the docking slots with it. The third slot is $20 worth of MQT. The fourth, 25, the fifth, 30, the sixth, 35, the seventh is 60, and the fourth, I believe, is 130, 125 or 130. Don't get me wrong on that one. I think it's 130 actually. So those are the slots that you can open and put those miners in, but you can get yourself active and working for as little as $65. I think if you fill all of these slots up now, I want to say it is around about 4,800 or so, $4,900 if you wanted to fill all 8 slots with Omega miners. All right. Evolve, 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 guys. I was stressing this to my community the other day. The evolution process or upgrading your miners is key to your success, right? It's what gives you the ability to be able to mine with stronger mining powers. We have already seen one increase, right? We've seen one increase in the price of the evolution from the Lenny to a primary. It started at 30, and then we saw a $20 increase. These increases happen because our community is growing. The algorithm knows when we need those price increases so that everything can stay in place to sustain itself. And so guess what's going to happen in the future, right? We have 5,000 people that are mining, a little bit over 5,000 people that are mining. We have not, the world has no idea what's happening right now. They have no idea. When the world finds out, we're going to see some momentum that will be like no other. We're going to go from 5,000 to 50,000 to 500,000 very fast. And guess what's going to happen? This evolution process will increase in cost. So take advantage of this while those prices are low. You can start with a Lenny, right? $50, you get 50% power. You evolve, you can go to the primary, right? If you want to evolve to the primary, that is a $50 upgrade. You get 100% power. If you go from the primary to an ultra, you pay $40. And this is all in USDT. This is a stable token. This is what feeds that liquidity provision that we talked about earlier. So $40 to go from the primary to ultra, that gives you 125%. To go from the ultra to alpha, $60 in USDT. You'll now have 175% power. And then go from the alpha to the omega. You must merge 2 alphas, not one. It takes 2 alphas to get put together to become 1 omega. And it's $100 each, which is $200 to be able to take 2 alphas to 1 omega. And that gives you 300% power. Now you have the big boy, the strongest miner that is possible. All right. Now, get started, right? You may say, this sounds cool. This sounds really unique. I want to be a part of this. Well, what do you have to do? The setup is simple, right? Number one, you have to create a dApp wallet. Preferably, I usually refer MetaMask, but there are many options out there for DeFi wallets. You have MetaMask, Token Pocket, you have Trust Wallet. There are a bunch of wallets that have that dApp browser capability. But for me, MetaMask has been the go-to, and that has worked the best. Of course, if you don't have, if you don't know or you're not familiar, you want to get back to the person that referred you. But we also have something else that is very unique. We have a support staff that works Monday through Friday. They do about a 6 to 8 hour window every single day on Zoom, where you can get hands-on training via Zoom support. They literally can share screens with you and walk you through the entire setup process. So this is not something that you have to figure out completely on your own. All right. Number 2, Android, you'll download Google Fit, right? So, or Health Connect, I think is what they call it on Android. For iOS, you'll download Apple Health, which I believe already comes installed on your phone, right? And then you'll download the GetFit mining app. Of course, you go to the Play Store for Android. We'll download Test Flight for iOS, And then there is an invitation or a link to the GetFit mining app, and you'll download it for iOS. Now, eventually on iOS, it will be on the actual Apple App Store. It's just not now because it's still in development and updates need to be made. All right. And then number 5, you fund your wallet with number 1, MQT, which is our token. Number 2, you'll need USDT for anyone who is evolving. And then you will need AVAX or Avalanche for the transaction fees. Those are the only 3 tokens that you need here, and you can be off and running. All right. Now we talk about system, right? Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? We have a system here. And for this to duplicate, we have to follow the system. So number 1, we plug into the community, right? We have a Facebook community. We have a Telegram community, right? Those are available. Absolutely incredible, the information that you can find just going to the Telegram community, right? There are different tabs there. All right. We even have a Discord that we're getting up and running as well, so that we have that option as well. But we have tabs in there for Android, for iOS, for recognition, for presentations and replays. We have all of that stuff labeled out for you to make it easy. Now, here's one thing I want to say about that Telegram community. There is no one, absolutely no one, not the founder, Miss Lynette, not me, not Ken, not Herschel, not Brandon, not anyone from this community, especially the leaders, that will reach out to you ever via message and ask you for anything. We won't send you any links. We won't ask you to connect to anything. We won't ask you for seed phrases. We won't do any of that. There are people that are targeting our community because they know we have something valuable and they want your MQT. Be very aware. If there is someone that is messaging you, report that person to an admin so they can be removed from the community, right? We want everyone to keep their assets safe. Don't click on links. Don't answer people. Don't get on Zooms. Don't click on other chats. None of those things, because people are looking to steal from you. All right. Plug into the community and make sure you follow what is happening. Number 2, every single day, Monday through Friday, there's a training that takes place at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, where you can go on and ask questions on that Zoom, and you can get live training and support right there on that Zoom. All right. We have webinars that take place. We have Mr. Ivy. He did one today at 12 p.m. Central, 1 Eastern. He did his overview, right? And actually, he had Miss Marnita Costa. She did her first presentation today and did an amazing job, knocked it out of the box. So that's available to people early in the day. So people on the other side of the world, maybe that's convenient for you in the afternoons or night. And then we have this late presentation that takes place Monday through Friday, right? And we do that at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. So you have 2 opportunities to catch a presentation, and you have 1 opportunity to be able to get some training and support. All right. Number 3, we talked about that live support. Go on the GetFit app. When you download it, on the very home screen, there is a link right in the middle of the screen for the times for the live chat support. All right. You can click there. It'll take you right to Zoom. You can schedule a time to come back and get help, or if they're available, they'll help you right there on the spot. That is free unless you choose some other times outside of their hours. Then there may be a small fee if you do something like that. But we have live support that can help get you started and answer questions. Number 4, stay plugged in so you can educate yourself about this platform. Stay up to date with the updates, the changes, the things that are happening within this community. All right. You don't want to miss anything. You want to plug in at least once every other day or so that you can keep up with the updates. Our Wednesday calls, we have the founder, Miss Lynette Artin, on that call giving us a community update about GetFit and MoveQuest. So we want to make sure we're definitely on the Wednesday calls and that we pack it out, right? I know one of the Wednesdays we maxed out at 500 people and some didn't even get a chance to get on. All right. So make sure you are plugging in to our calls. And then number 5, go out and make an impact, right? Maybe you're not the person that likes to go out and share this with people. Guess what? You don't have to. This is not dependent upon you going out and building a huge team and going and inviting people and sharing this to be able to earn here. That's not what this is. This is not like the other things that you may have been a part of. It only requires your physical activity for you to be able to earn inside of GetFit Mining and MoveQuest. But if you have it on your heart to share something that is helping you get healthier and wealthier at the same time, go out there and share it. Why? Because it builds our entire community, right? The only thing between us going from a $60 token and a $6,000 token is the size of our community. That's it. The bigger we build our community, the more our token will grow and the more we will be able to make. That's simple. So if you have somebody out there that you know may just need to be a little bit more active, right? Share this with them. You never know how you can change a person's life. Not only are you going to put a little bit of money in their pocket, but you may help them with something that they're battling with, right? Share this. We have trainers. We have, people that are in this space of just being physically active and fit, right? Maybe they can impact their clients, give them a way to be able to earn additional income. This is just something that we can go out and we can share, and we can share it in confidence, right? Not that we're leading to somebody to something that they have to put a whole bunch of money into and they're not going to earn anything back. Everyone has the opportunity to be able to earn here every single day. All right. Now, everyone moves. MoveQuest leverages blockchain technology, smart contracts, and community involvement to create a sustainable economic environment. Users can earn daily rewards by providing their proof of physical activity using devices that they already own, like a smartphone, smartwatches, and fitness bands. Guess what? I'm wearing 4 of them right now. 4 of them, 4 accounts, all Omegas. Why? Because I want to earn as much MQT as possible. Guess what I'm doing when I get off of this Zoom? I'm going to get my workout in. Might go ride my bike a little bit. I might go upstairs to the gym. I'm going to be fit, right? And it's helping me become fit, and I'm also fattening my pocket at the same time. So the more you move, the more you earn. All right. Now, this opportunity is absolutely fire. It's amazing. Again, I've seen every crypto project and opportunity and ecosystem out. I have never seen an opportunity that is built the way this is built. I've never seen an opportunity that gives us the upside potential that this gives us. We've seen this model before. We've seen it in some other companies like Sweatcoin, S.W.E.T.E.M, right? We've seen millions of people come into those ecosystems over the course of a couple of years. If we replicate that, and when we replicate that, not if, when we replicate that here with MoveQuest, we will have a token that I can promise you will run right past the price of Bitcoin. See, here's one thing that we don't have in GetFit Mining. We don't have whales. We don't have people like Michael Saylor, who goes out and buys 7,500 Bitcoin the other day and owns, I think, over 300,000 or something crazy like that. That is a whale. He can manipulate the market. He can control the market. We don't have that here. This is why I love this opportunity, because it's going to give the average person the chance to be able to make $1,000 a month, right? 100,000 in a year, maybe 7 figures or 8 or even 9 figures in a year. See, what we figured out over the first 3 years was how this model needed to be created. The first 3 years were is a testing period, right? Some of you may have started 3 years ago when the Binance Smart Chain launched. Guess what? The Binance Smart Chain is still there. I mine on it every single day and earn tokens there. But I'm stacking those tokens up. Why? Because we're going to come back to the Binance Smart Chain. They're going to change a few things up, right? Some of the things that are working on Avalanche. And then they're going to go back and relaunch that Binance Smart Chain. See, a lot of people think, oh, the Binance Smart Chain didn't work. No, everybody on Binance Smart Chain still makes money every day. Every day. Some people might not make as much as they want, but it still makes money every single day. And see, people think that, oh, they just opened up the Avalanche chain just so people could put more money over there, and they're just changing from one thing to the next. It's a scam, blah, 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 blah. No, this works. I'm here to tell you it worked on the Binance Smart Chain. There were just some tweaks that needed to be made. And we can see those tweaks have been made on Avalanche, and this thing is working. Guess what? We're going to go back to Binance, right? All those tokens you have, they're going to get converted. Don't worry. But then they're going to go back and they're going to open up on Polkadot or Solana and Base, all these other blockchains. We're going to do the same thing over and have this same opportunity on multiple blockchains. We know the model works. Now we're going to duplicate it in different blockchains. The branding here is top notch. When the MoveQuest unveiling happens, it's going to blow you away. Absolutely. And then we have things like Pokemon Go. We know what happened with Pokemon Go. There's 500 million people running around the world playing Pokemon Go, and they didn't make a penny. They didn't earn anything. So guess what? We have the opportunity where you can actually earn. We gamify it. We make it fun. We make people, we help people get healthier, right? And we make money in the process. That's what we have here with GetFit Mining and MoveQuest. Here's a video just showing you the craze that happened with Pokemon Go. Now, I'm not saying that this is what we're going to do here, but this is what happens when the community, just they believe in something, right? They get attached to it. This is what happens. They're not getting paid anything, but they're excited. That's what happened. Just wanted to show you a little clip of that. But guess what? If they would have had GetFit Mining or MoveQuest, they would have actually made some money for all that running around that they were doing. All right. So that's GetFit Mining, MoveQuest. It's coming soon, guys. We invite you to be a part of this community. This is one of the most amazing opportunities that I've ever seen. And I don't say that, to just be full of hype and exaggerate. No, this is the best opportunity. There are a lot of people that are hoping that we fail. They're waiting for our token to crash. They're waiting for the rug pull, all these other things. It's just not it's simply not going to happen here. We have something that has been built right with a person who has the right intentions and the right heart, and we're going to be able to help millions of people with this opportunity. So I want you to get back to the person that invited you, number one, and thank them for inviting you to see this opportunity because it is amazing, right? But let them know if you're in, right? We know the entry level here, the entry point here is about $60 to $65. Even if you say, look, I don't know, test it out. Just test it out. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. You may say even from the start, this is just not for me. That's okay. We thank you for taking the time to come out and take a look at MoveQuest. And hey, keep watching this. You might change your mind down the line and you might want to come back. We'll be here. All right. So we invite you to join MoveQuest. Now I want to open this thing up real quickly. Let me stop this screen share. I want to see if we have a couple of individuals that we can bring on that. Let me see if I have Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady, if you are available, I saw you comment earlier. This is an incredible individual. And I want to just see real quick if she's available. Let me see if I can find you real quick. I want to bring you up. And if you could just share a little bit of your experience here with GetFit Mining and MoveQuest, if you're available.
I am here. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. Loud and clear.
Wonderful. Well, I am so excited about this opportunity. First, I want to thank you and Herschel and Brandon and all of you guys for everything that you do. I know what a time commitment that is to do these presentations and all the help that you guys provide. And you guys do it so willingly and so lovingly, and we really appreciate you guys for that. I got this opportunity around the end of August, and of course, I had been in so many of those things that, you had to recruit people and kind of burned up my warm market. And I told Ron Beard, who introduced me to this opportunity, I don't want to do anything that has to do with recruiting. If it can't be just me by myself, I don't want to do it. And he said, you have to take a look at this. When I took a look at it and I found out that I can earn money from doing something that I need to do, I was excited about the money, but I'm more excited now because it's making me get up and walk and do things that I should have been doing anyway for my own health. So it's not saving me by giving me the opportunity to make money. It's saving me by getting my health back in order. And so I got online and, I got into a couple of the presentations that you guys did, and I love what I heard. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this for myself. Man, when I took out after the first 10 days, I went in there and made a claim. That claim was for like $2,500. I was like, yes,
Wow.
I had to
Wow.
tell somebody. I'm like, I knew that I said I wasn't going to tell anybody. And I've told people and they've told people. I think we're about 40 something strong in the organization that I brought over here. And that,
Awesome.
of course, I'm not bringing anybody with me, but I look back there and then I think I called either you or Herschel, and I was like, I know we get something for bringing people in. Not that I really cared. And somebody said, yeah, go to your dashboard and look back there, and you'll see. I had 19 MQT tokens that I
Wow.
earned just
Wow.
for sharing this opportunity. So I'm excited. I'm getting paid every single day. It is not a scam. I'm excited to tell people about it, and I'm looking forward to the wonderful things we're going to do with this in the future. Thank you, Quentin. I'll turn the call back over to you.
Wow, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 19 just sitting there. And here's the thing, and I don't know when you got those or whatnot, but just imagine, guys, if you got those tokens and they were $10 when you got them and you just held on to them for a little while. And then they went to $60 and that value increased by 6x, right? Because you just decided to hold on to those tokens. I'll share a strategy with you that I'm doing. I only claim once a month. That's it. At the end of the month, I claim everything. So whatever growth happens over the course of that month, I get to actually experience it, right? If our token goes from, $30 to $60 in the course of a month, well, I not only earned those tokens, but they doubled in value over the course of that month, right? So yeah, that's incredible. It's just incredible to hear people earning, and I'm excited for you, Miss Boss Lady. I know you got a nice team over there, and you got some good upline. You and Ron Beard and Doc, what's his name, Doctor is it Sakim? Sakim, I think I want to say it if I'm saying it right, but I know you guys have a good team over there, and you guys are doing some incredible stuff. So, anyone else that would like to share? Let's take one more before we close out the call. If there's anyone else that has a testimony that they would like to share, just get your hand raised and we'll get you up here to share with us real quickly before we close out. And if not, we will just close this thing out. I don't see anyone else. So I think we are good for today. Oh, is there one? I think I see one hand somewhere. I can't find it. I know it's somewhere in here. Oh, Crypto GG. All right, Miss Crypto GG. We'll let you share before we close out. There you are. You can unmute.
Hello. Well, hey, I just like to say I'm brand new to this. I mean, literally about 12 days. And
Welcome, welcome.
yes, thank you. And I've just been really impressed with the support. I kind of got into it by accident because my other half, my husband, Brian Rue, all of a sudden, about a month or so ago, he started walking and getting up out of bed early and riding his bike. And he hadn't done that in about 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, what is wrong with this man? Because I could not. I said, let's go for a walk. I don't feel like it. So it was just a huge motivator for him to get up. And then I started asking questions. And then I wanted him to tell me everything. And I didn't want to get on a call, like we all do. And I'm just like, well, just tell me, just tell me. Well, what I found out was that the support was amazing and that it's best just to follow the leader, just, for us just to follow. And when somebody says, get on that call or get on that support call, just do it. And so after now I'm in, like I said, about 12 days, but I just, for anybody we all know we need to walk, we need to exercise, we need to be more active. It's really done that for myself. It's done that for Brian. And I'm so impressed with it. And I don't have to tell anybody about it in order to make, income and earn these tokens. But I want to tell people about it because I know what it's done for me. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, to Herschel and Kenneth for their call every single day. And I'm on it almost every day now just because I want to keep continuing to learn about what this is and what we're doing in the crypto market. for Brandon, Ivy, for introducing it to Brian, and just all of you guys who are just taking your time to do this. I'm so impressed. I've been in this, quote, this isn't even MLM to me. It really isn't. But in this industry of referring people and helping others, I've been in this industry for 30 plus years, and I've never seen anything like this. And I'm just really impressed with it. I just really am. I just want, again, thank you guys so much for what you guys have done for this community. And that's what I tell people. We are a community of people that are helping people get healthy, increasing our wealth, and just really, making a change in other people's lives. So thank you again so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. You said something that was very key right there. You said we don't have to share this with people. This is not excuse me, this is not MLM. We think about traditionally direct sales and MLM. If you don't have a team, you don't make money. And you have to go out and recruit people. And here we don't have to do that. We can share this with others, but if you don't, you decide to go out there and just do your own thing, guess what? You can earn every single day. So we thank you for plugging into the calls, plugging into the system, right? And learning about what we're doing here. So congrats to you and all your future success. Last one here to close us out, my main man, my road dog, man. Been knowing this guy for, 15 probably years almost now. We've done just about any and everything together. I wouldn't be here, to be honest, if it wasn't for this guy introducing crypto. And if he wouldn't have got laid off at the same time when I got laid off, we probably never would have even took a look at crypto, but it has been the biggest blessing. He has been the biggest blessing to me and my family and my future family and, generations to come. That's Mr. Kenneth Francis, sir. I see you. Take it away.
Hey man, the weights are calling me, man. Just got home from all kinds of high school events for my kids and stuff. And I thought I wasn't gonna make it on the call tonight, but I was listening on the way home. I was listening to the Astros and I was like, nah, I got something more important to do. I gotta listen to my guy do the presentation, right? So appreciate you, man. Knocked it out the park. I think those slides are working, man. I think the slides are working. You did a phenomenal job, man, as usual. And kudos to everybody, the team, everybody, man. Like Crypto Gigi, I love that name, by the way, because my kids, my wife's mom goes by Gigi, so every time I hear that, I think about her. But Crypto Gigi, great name, great testimonial, and just like she said, been doing this for a long time, and it's hard to find or bottle up what's happening here in a few words. It just is, because we haven't even started. It's still hilarious that we have literally been doing this for right over 60 days, and the impact we're having, the growth that we're starting to see, the potential that's here, unbelievable. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for people like Mr. Bradford, Herschel Crow, for reaching out and just saying, Ken, you gotta come check this out. He was very persistent and pretty consistent with his messaging about what this was in the beginning when we were over on the BNB chain, and things just developed. Things just started happening. And they say what you're looking for is always looking for you. And I can truly say, if you're on this Zoom tonight and you're looking for something, this is probably it. This is probably it. There's so many different angles and tentacles this thing has that are going to create significant income for people, create change for people, all kinds of things that we haven't seen yet that are developing. You're in the right place. And I know you heard this. How many times we heard this, QB? You're in the right place, the right time, with the right people. But I can't explain it this time. I really feel like it's something even bigger than that. I'm ready for it, man. So I appreciate you again, bro, doing an incredible job. Who's next? The slides work. Now you just got to bring your talent, bring your desire to help and be passionate and flip the slides and do your thing. We need more presentations. We need more women. We had Marnita do hers this morning. Phenomenal job, Marnita. Who else is next, right? We need more. The more people we share this with, the more people that come on and that are relatable to other people, the more people get involved. The more people get involved. Mr. Bradford laid it out for you. You already know what's going to happen. So, hey, man, Bitcoin prices en route. I love it. Appreciate everybody. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. I'll be back in the saddle, or maybe not. We'll see who steps up and wants to do the presentation. Good night, everybody. Keep moving.
Absolutely, guys. We will see you same time, same place tomorrow night. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you on tomorrow. Good night.